Jai Hind to all the students, all the teachers and parents watching this video. So we all are aware of the epidemic that's going on around the world right now, and it's coronavirus COVID-19. So it has put the entire world to a halt. That is how dangerous it is. So we need to follow some rules in order to keep ourselves, our family members, our neighborhood, our society and everyone safe. We should not be reckless and we should be obedient be obedient in following the rules laid down by the health department, laid down by the government of India. So we should follow that. So with that being said, it has also put a halt to the schools. The students can't go to school anymore. In fact, no one can get out of their houses for all kind of job except online jobs. So because of this, the students seem to suffer a lot as their time is being wasted and they are not getting to come to school as well. So the management of our school, Shri Ram Public School, has decided that we won't stop teaching. We won't get back down by the coronavirus. We will do what we are supposed to do as teachers. So with this noble idea by our management team, we decided that we will run online classes. And that is why we have added all the students in our WhatsApp group according to your class, according to your sections. So this is the first day. I'm your English teacher, I'm Raj sir. So we will start with English chapter 1, which is called A Letter to God. That's right. So after knowing the title of the chapter, you can be sure, right? You will ultimately know that there is something about a letter to God Himself. It sounds a little bit crazy, but trust me, it's a very nice story. What the writer does, this writer I'm talking about, the writer G.R. Fuentes, what he did was he used to write about stuff which were completely revolutionary. And that is how he got his name as one of the most important chroniclers in Mexican history. So, this chapter that he has written, it's a small excerpt from his book, and the lesson is called A Letter to God. So there are some grammatical aspects also in this chapter that we will discuss when we move forward, like metaphor, simile and all that. So the only thing that you need to know before the story is the characters. Alright, so let's talk about the story, and before going deep into it, let's understand something. Let's talk about the important characters of the story. The most important character or the forefront of the story is Lenko. Lenko is a farmer who lives in rural Mexico, and he has a lot of faith in God. So we will understand through this chapter how strong his faith could be and how much he depended upon God to solve his problems. That kind of faith, is it nice or is it good to have such kind of faith or not? Right? So we'll discuss about that. And then we also have some characters in a post office. So we'll talk about it later when we get into the story. And then, yeah, for the baseline, just understand that Lenko is a poor farmer, and then he only way he earns a living is through his fields. That's all he's got. So whatever crops or whatever, vegetables, crops, fruits, whatever he grows, that is the only source of income for Lenko. Okay, so the entire story is based on faith. The kind of faith that Lenko had towards God. So that is what the story is about, and we will break it down into a simpler, easier way so that you can understand each and everything clearly. So before going deep, let's talk about something. Let's talk about faith. People have faith in God, no doubt about it. So do you really think that having faith in someone or something, does it make your life better? Does it help you make your life better? That is the question. Now, I'm going to tell you that there are some people, and when these people get really sick, they have an accident, or whatever the case is, if something unfortunate happens, what they'll say, don't take me to a hospital, take me to a stream. That kind of faith is important in life. Do you think we should not have that kind of faith? So it is hugely debatable, because okay, I agree that people say, oh, this is all fake, you're wasting money, you're doing this, you're doing that. But no, some people also say that, I was going through a very tough time. I had an accident. I was doing this and I fell down and I broke my leg, I broke my hand and all that. But you will hear the success story from them. They will say, some of them might say that I went to this temple and I prayed to God that I'll be alright. And He listened to my prayers and then I'm finally back to normal again. So those testimonies are proof that if you have strong faith in something or someone, it will definitely change your life for the better. So in this chapter, we will talk about how Lenko's faith in God, what does he do, and why does he want help from God. We will understand each and every aspect of it. I heard about some people who have never talked in life, and then they meet one godly person like Baba, Sant, Jyotish, maybe, I don't know what it's called in Hindi, but they go to these people and then it's surprisingly they come back talking. I have seen videos like that, and that is faith. I don't know what to say about that. There's no explanation for it. So I'll just say that it's faith towards God, and then God made it alright. So this is the same case in our story as well. Lenko is a person who has complete faith in God. So what happens to Lenko and what is with the letter? We will discuss that in next class. So now it's time for your assignment, and for your assignment I want you to write a letter to God. The content will be yours, whatever you want to say to God, whatever you want to ask from God, it's totally dependent upon you. So just prepare a letter to God and then mention all the details of a proper letter format. Alright, so since we don't have any address for God, you can just write God. It's okay, it's fine. But you need to complete that letter. Jai Hind and see you in next class.